And from the one of the corners, basically from one of the places that you could not see, there is a person stepping out. Uh, his face hidden in the black robe. You can see the like blue eyes shining with magical power, you think. And he's got rather young voice, and yeah, he stays in
before he speaks, I want to make a spellcraft check to see if what kind of magic it was.
that he got. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And
So I assume it's a dimension door.
Actually, it's something like that.
is the do I know this man? I'm gonna assume not.
Well, I don't think you know him.
No. So then I'm gonna create my weapons. Hold them at the ready.
Okay, just before we continue, Niels Thane, you were rolling for what?
That was also spellcraft.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so before one more question. Does any one of you has something like perma detect magic aura or something like that?
I have detect psionics, which should be the same.
Hang on.
I'm
I
not
do
sure.
have a detect magic spell I can cast.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
I'm
not-
talking about like if you cast it, then you say you cast it. I'm just saying if
Alright.
someone has like something like permanent aura of it.
Scions get it as a constant ability,
Alright.
and by and large, psionics and magic are considered transparent. They're
Okay.
Equal.
If that's the case, then you also can feel that there's another like magical aura on him, and because you made spellcraft check on that like previous spell, like how he got in here. So if you have this aura, you can make another spellcraft check to see if you can. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's enough.
30. Fuck you.
Like Genhiro, you casted a detect magic spell.
Yep.
Okay, so
Oh,
both Neil Thane and Genhiro, you feel and recognize that there is an active spell on this guy. You know it as a contingency, and yeah, I don't know if it's within the rules, but I will also add that it's a contingency, and from the like magical aura, as you can see, you can guess. Yeah, it's a contingency that if something happens, he's ready to teleport out.
So anyone? Well, no.
And that was like the stop time. Like this happened, like when he showed up, immediately people made a spellcraft checks, they filled auras and so on. So
Yep.
he says in slightly amused, cheerful way, and his absolute confidence in his voice, "Good day to you, my friends." And he looks at Robert and Leoria. He also like spare a glance to Jai, and he says, "Please, there is no need for violence."
So pulling out your
Well, there may
crossbow.
not be a need, when a man suddenly jumps into a room, it generally isn't a good thing, unless it's me, of course. He
Of
smiles.
course. So I pull out my heavy crossbow. Eh,
I then
Yes.
kind of stow away my weapons. They disappear in thin air.
Alright, Genkaru kind of in a mix of skipping towards him and lightly walking towards him. He's going to get a bit closer and get a good look at him. Does he look like a tiefling or?
No, he looks human to you.
Alright.
Like he has human features, and like as you like come by, he just like looks at you. I suggest not coming closely to me. We should avoid any accidents. And at the
Ooh.
same time, as you come in, as you like do this, like Leoria reacts like in shock. She's like, Osmarius, you, and he answers like for a moment ignoring Genkiro. You should be dead. That's what you want to say, beautiful daughter of Leoric.
The who? What now?
What?
Daughter of Leoric. You didn't hear that name before. I mean,
Can I
maybe you can make a knowledge
Local
history or
thing.
local.
Okay. Yeah, history.
Yeah, history. Because that's the past character.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jai, that's too low.
Ha!
Dang
I'm getting good rolls now.
Yeah.
Okay. Bart is a skill monkey. He knows his shit.
I know my
That's
shit.
what bards are supposed to do, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's of course it's good. So yeah, from the, let's just say, okay, and Nielsen also may hurts. The source when or how you heard about it, it's not important for me. You can say when you heard about it, but basically, you two know that Leoric is the name of the man that basically set up. He's the one who started the life religion in the city and made Pinewood capital of faith, and also that he was a member of a well-known party that was traveling the area around 250 years ago. And yeah, now you know that the Pope Leoria is his daughter. And when you heard the name Asmarius, with that roles, yeah, you also might heard something that the someone called Asmarius also was the member of the party. Okay, so that's then the Loria now, when the shock gone, she's now angry and she like says, do not speak the name of my father. And he says, okay, now I see that I made another fuck up, because when you were like agreed on payment and so on, before he arrived, she also started mentioning about that if their cooperation with you will be fruitful and you will be willing to take another job from them, there's a problem of disposing a dangerous artifact that's currently sitting, hopefully safe, under the basilica. And basically, at some point when she's talking about it, she like says maybe one or two sentences about it, that there is something under basilica. This guy pops out, and he like, okay, so now we continue the talk. Please, I've come here in peace and desire to help you with your artifact problem that I'm willing to keep from unworthy hands and bad people. It will be perfectly safe with me. And now basically Loria is almost screams. But don't you understand? Lorik told you this, and I repeat, your plan and this blade in your hands will bring doom to us all. Gods will not stand by and watch while you destroy the boundaries of this world. They will not. I dispense someone like wants to interject or something like that.
Yeah, we could like a discern motive check on that mysterious evil guy, like see if he's really meaning it.
If you want.
Yeah.
Right, sense motive on the 200-year-old human character. Sense. Totally evil.
Okay, while roll, he just...
Ooh.
That's really shitty. I won't bother with rolling bluff on him. Because you can pretty safely assume that he's really high level character. I can spoil you that. Okay, but while Nathan rolled, I will open...
Yeah, Genkiro was realizing that he's a 200-year-old or so character, he's going to step off a bit and make a snide remark of him looking good for his age.
I'm pretty sure he's going to say something along the lines with "Never heard that one before."
A sec. I'm opening his character sheet so that he may roll for bluff.
Yeah, so I'm guessing he looks something around his 30s, 40s.
30s max. He looks really well.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, what doesn't this want to load?
Yeah, so I
Okay, never mind.
tell the rest of the group what I know of Romanus and the Pope
Yeah.
from what I know to the rest of the group. Was mind linked.
I just say that he has a really high bluff bonus, like. Oh my god.
And you roll a 1.
Probably.
That won't be a huge spoiler. He rolled 50.
Oh dear.
Okay. So if no one like interjects like with talk, so they like this is happening in the same time, so they are like continuing with their talk. And he responds still in amused, cheerful, and confident voice. That's the logic of a loser. And now his voice turned cold and calculated. The winner knows what needs to be changed, he knows what to do, and he has a desire to do it. And most importantly, he has a faith he can do it. I know I can free this world and its citizens from its cage. Of course, some sacrifices will be made, and people will die because of transition, but, he shrugs, I know that I am the only person in the world that can do it. Your faith is not good enough, angry and desperate voice of Leora answered. I know what you want, and I won't give it to you. What will you do? Kill us all to prove that that might makes right, and end result justifies any price paid by us and every other living being?
Whilst she's saying, are you going to kill us all, Genkiro's going to take a look at her and slowly take a...
Slowly back away.
slowly back away.
Oh dear.
Okay, and he gives a laugh like, maybe, and like after, dramatic pause for a second, and he continues, no, at least for now. I'll give you some time to think about it and understand my point of view, and to change your opinion about giving me the artifact. And with that he looks at the party, and I hope that also you will understand and believe that we need to change this world, and the price for doing so is worth it. Take some time, Eternal Wanderers. And with that, he disappears.
Poof.
Poof.
He disappears in a puff of logic.
And maybe not puff, but I don't know how you can because you made that spellcraft rolls. Yeah, you can know that this was teleportation spell. I think it was Nilthane and Genkiro who made it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
those two know that it was the prepared like contingency teleport that he used.
Ooh.
Well, that was disconcerting.
So, I take it you know this guy, and I look at the priestess or something.
Yeah, Priestess High, and she's at this moment she's like pale, and she says, "This is bad. This is really bad."
What artifact
Like-
were he talking about underneath this chapel? For example.
She looks at you and says, "That's." It will be probably easier if I would show it to you.
Alright.
Fine.
So are you willing to like follow her?
Why,
Sure.
yes. Anyone
Sure.
else?
Yeah, I'll
If
go.
Is Augustus joining us?
Yeah, because Augustus is not like he looks as baffled as you are. That he didn't know this guy. Okay, so if all of you like follow before like Leoria and Robert like continue, they say that double the guards and so on. So
Yeah.
the entire building is now more secure than a fucking Fort Knox. And you go.
And whilst we're walking, I'm going to ask a question.
Yeah.
That couldn't have been the same Sermonus from 200 years, right?
She like spares a glance at you and says, with him, everything is possible. From what my father told me, they didn't know they didn't know if he died or survived or what he was doing for all this time after they parted ways. And now that he's back and he's willing to do that, and she just looks at you and she just says in a whisper so that only you and not Robert can hear it. Yes, I know about the prison, about the true meaning of this word.
Intriguing.
Yeah, we kind of caught that.
Yeah, it's a Captain Obvious, because okay, I think I lost my train of thought.
Descending
So
into the
what about
basilica
you?
to check out the artifact.
And tighter than Fort Knox.
Yeah, so you go down into the basement, go through different corridors and so on. Mainly Neil Tane, because he's got his Detect Psionics magic aura. You can feel that this place was prepared for some time, and there are a lot of magical auras and spells ready to attack any intruders willing to steal the blade. And Gloria says, while we're working, Gloria says that even with all this preparation, I fear that even all of this will not be enough to stop him. No, not knowing him, he might even have a chance to have a way to grab this piece of artifact, and go away.
Well,
And at this moment, you arrive at the main room. Of course,
That I whisper to Oliani and whisper, have you ever thought about using counterfeits? Or double?
I mean, why whisper? You still have mind link.
He was talking to the guards, and I mean the guard captain and the
And-
priestess.
The priestess, yeah.
You mean, sorry, because I need to like remember the meaning of this word. Counterfeits, like the
Yeah, like a
false copies of.
false
Yes.
copies.
She just looks at you, and we are right here. You will see that you cannot make a copy of this artifact. And with that, you enter the room, and besides like auras and more or less visible traps around, you see on the pedestal and the center of the room a piece of blade, like a hilt with a a hilt with like place where you can put some kind of gem or something like that, and there is some like piece of blade. Maybe there's a hilt with that room to put a hole to put some kind of gem or something like that, and
Like
there
a
is a
socket.
small there's socket and there is a small piece of like blade itself that was cut. And when you're in range, Neil Tain, and does anybody else is willing to make a detect magic or something like that?
I'm almost afraid to do it.
So your eyes aren't burned out of your skull.
No. Hey, I'm not that kind of DM.
Oh, I've had it happen to me in a game. I used detect magic on a god and I couldn't see for about a year.
Oh dear.
I mean, I got blind sense, which was good.
Yeah, discard and draw. So yeah, Genhiro, do you do?
Yeah, I cast detect magic on it.
Okay, so both Nitain and Genhiro. For a split second, when you try to feel this blade, you could almost feel like a tsunami wave crushing your bodies. For a split second, that was like shocking. And
You were
then
not
Right, you're dead. Make new character.
you are not
Yeah,
dead.
you're now dead.
That was the feeling you got. That is not what happened. And after the initial shock, of course, you do not lose health. You're physically you're still fine. Then, when you try to look at the magical aura of this item, you feel as you were watching some kind of infinite bowl or something like that. Like infinite. Oh my god.
Sphere?
Infinite, but infinite thingy that you can store something inside of it, but that's infinite, and you can technically store infinite power in it.
It's a battery.
That's feeling what you get, and that the let's just say power that you feel that this device artifact is hungry for power. And the last thought that you both have is that you shouldn't really touch the artifact. You shouldn't really touch the artifact.
So
I want to touch the artifact now.
I asked
I'm
the
not
priestess.
going near the artifact.
Oh dear. I
It's
asked
looking a
the
little bit
priestess-
green around the gills.
Oh well. Instead of actually trying to sense any magic, Oteros just asked the priestess what it is.
As you know about the true purpose of the world, that's one of the pieces of the artifact that was sent here by the gods or other powers that be, that holds unimaginable power. I don't know what capabilities of this artifact are, but if someone manages to get all the parts and assemble the artifact, and that he will survive holding it, and with that she repeats, I would strongly suggest not touching the artifact. She says once again, and if someone managed to survive holding this artifact, I really don't wanna say what might happen. You can only assume the worst. And with Asmarius wanting this blade, it's from his point of view, it seems like even this blade can cut reality itself, and that he might even use it to destroy the prison of the prison itself.
Does he say this in front of Augustus?
Let's just say she whispered really loud.
Let's just say that Augustus
he's waiting outside the room.
didn't hear it one way or another, because I'm assuming that Neil Thane didn't create a mental link with her.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just assuming one way or another Augustus isn't there. He's just
outside the
making
room
sure
standing
that
guard.
he's for now his security detail for this room outside.
It's not that it would cut reality. It isn't. I can't.
You can deal with this.
Ugh. Just, you can tell he's just deeply unsettled.
Ooh. Well, well, with this happening, I suppose our payment plan seems much more insignificant.
Yes, indeed. Artifact
So
of Doom.
do you still want us to go to Fort Darkwell, or do you want to deal with this now? I asked the priestess.
She says, I don't think we can deal with this now. I need to think about it, gather the possible information, and think what to do with this, because I fear that the Asmarius might find it everywhere, and until now, not me, not my father knows about possible ways of destroying this artifact. And even if there is a one, you can safely assume that the devastation from destruction resulting from the destruction of this artifact will be immense and catastrophic. So, as Marius told, I don't know if I wanna believe him or not, but for now I think that we still might have time, and we'll deal with the artifact problem later, of course, if you will be willing to help with it. And if you are not considering his proposition. And she looks at you hopefully that she really hopes that you will like. You can read from her face that she would really like if you would stay on her side, not on his.
I look at the others, and especially at Ginkuro. Did you feel that?
I tasted that.
The last time I experienced that sensation, I lost everyone I knew. I don't want anyone getting their hands on it, especially not someone like that.
Yeah, I don't really trust that guy.
I take a look at Jai and give him, oh really look.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's the way he dressed, or, the way he spoke, but I just don't feel like he's a good person. He just says, completely ignoring your look.
Oh well. Huh.
However, if he can just pretty much teleport in and teleport out, then yeah, you're gonna need a lot more guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from it's mainly for Nil 10 because he can feel all the auras. And I won't even bother with spellcraft checks because, well, you are a fucking Gestalt, you are powerful and know some shit. That you know that bit from different spells used to defend this area. One of them is, sorry, right now I don't remember the name, but it's a spell that basically prevents you from teleporting to location.
That dimensional anchor?
Not dimensional anchor, it was something else that protects the area and blocks the several spells like teleport, dimension door and something like that. For now I just simply don't remember the name, but there is a spell like that.
Sure.
Can I actually? Do I notice this, or is it just the mages?
Do you have some kind of detect magic or something like that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, because Nil 10 can basically feel magic auras, so yeah. I just
Yeah,
bothered with spellcraft. Yeah.
Are there
Sorry,
any
sorry.
spells that makes you become intangible?
Several.
Yep.
And of course, Neil Tennant also knows that there are spells that block ethereal jaunt or something like that.
Ethereal jaunt, yeah.
Ethereal jaunt, yeah. So basically, this room is pretty well protected in terms of like teleporting in, teleported out, and Neil Tennant knows that.
I think the key to keep in mind is there's a difference between appearing in a common area, such as a meeting hall, versus, accessing a very well protected storage vault. I could probably come up with a way to get in here, but I don't think that I would have the raw power to do so by myself. He would have to have a veritable army of magic users assisting him in his efforts to break through the layers of defenses in this place. To be
Yeah,
honest,
or
it's
have
kind of
godlike
uncomfortable
powers
being inside
himself.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
or
so-
have
Or
godlike powers
he's a
himself.
20th level character. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
Final boss!
Okay, so
I
what?
sensei final boss.
So what's
Uh,
your final like response to her? Do you like? She asked you that if you are will be willing in the future to like help with this problem, artifact problem.
We can certainly discuss it, but I think we should attend to matters at hand before things move further in any
Indeed.
direction.
Indeed. You
Yes,
need
I agree with
to prepare for a possible defensive siege.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
it occurs to me that breaking through the forts and causing havoc all across Sidonia would be an excellent means of distracting resources necessary to protect the Basilica.
True.
And it seems more interesting to me that all of these events are starting to occur now, and just as we're being hired to investigate some of them, he
Well, hey,
shows
then
up.
we better do our job correctly, right?
Right.
I would say so.
Mhm.
sorry.
So Fort Darkwell, was it?
Indeed.
Yes, and
I don't think we had decided between Darkwell or Tyre.
okay, like before you decide, but I'm assuming that after you discuss everything, you are starting to walk out.
Yeah, we're walking
Of
out.
course, the Robert Adustus is waiting outside, and while we're like going out, you can hear some kind of commotion, and
God.
maybe not scream like. Not screaming horror, but like someone is shouting really loud. That's coming from the south gate, and
Yeah, I'm starting to run there and
Yeah.
form my weapons.
I do the same.
Yeah, basically, you don't even need to roll for perception. Like after several seconds, you can like discern that the person who you now see that there's a rider on a horse, which is in a terrible shape. Like he's got a wound on the head, that he's like bloodied. You think that he might even lost a piece of hand, and
Ow.
basically you think that with the rest of his strength, he's like screaming, "For Darkwell has fallen! For Darkwell has fallen!"
Well,
Well, we
That
know where
was
we're
fast.
going.
Oh well.
And yeah, like the second he sees, because Robert Augustus like runs with you, the second he sees Captain of the Watch, you think that maybe something inside him like moved on, like he was only barely hanging on his consciousness because he was trying to relay a message. And while the horse is still moving, he loses consciousness, and he is just in like while the horse is running, he just falls to the ground. You don't know if he's dead or not.
Can I jump there and try to catch him? as he falls.
Sure you can, man. Roll of cool. That will be awesome to see.
I'm using the dex check, my class skill jump.
Okay, no problem at all.
Yes, I do it. At least I get there.
Yeah, you get there and, well, yeah, you managed to do it. And...
So what everyone would see is basically we're running, he is starting to fall, and suddenly I jump in the air and I'm gone, and then I appear there, like just next to his horse.
Teleportation.
Catch the dude.
So
Yeah.
can I do a treat wound? Just treat the treat.
Yeah, he'll
Severe
heal.
heal check?
You mean heal check?
Okay, let me check.
Yeah, sure, you can
I
make
just
a heal.
as after I catch him, I just slowly put him on the floor in a decent position, and then also start treating most of his wounds.
Okay,
I tried to do
so
a heal for-
thing is, okay, that's passes I think, and thing is that he won't die. You tended to his most, like, you gave him like first medical aid,
First
but-
aid.
first aid, but the thing is that he still need long recuperation and possibly like visit the hospital or some dose of magical healing to like help him.
If only
Yes.
there was a high priestess somewhere in the vicinity. Oh
Yes.
wait.
Oh wait, she.
Everyone
Priestess
just
of
turns around and
life?
looks at her.
Yeah, you can safely assume that she's high level cleric, so yeah. She will have the means to heal him. But we will deal with that after small break, if you don't mind, because I'm starting to be a little thirsty and I need to drink something.
Cool.
So 5 or 10
No.
minute peace break to get some snacks, drinks, or go to the
Toilet.
No,
Toilet.
not Tyrell, Jacob, and Trip. You shall be remembered, common thugs that we hired.